Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be talking about massive news surrounding how Hedera could be at the center of a multi-trillion-dollar industry, and we'll also be discussing how Hedera's network compares to Algorand in terms of energy consumption capabilities. So firstly, I'd like to bring to your attention a recent clip provided by the Hedera team, which goes into depth surrounding the usage of Hedera's network by the recent stablecoin initiative, which involved Shinhan Bank and financial bodies from Taiwan and Thailand, where the direct initiative and involvement of these financial bodies actively utilising Hedera's network was in view of improving remittances and cross-border payments through the utility of stablecoins between these financial bodies, again with Hedera being at the centre of this development and protocol. And the main reason as to why Hedera was used in this initiative was due to the scalability as well as the cost effectiveness and the ability to mint stablecoins more efficiently and cost effectively compared to other DLTs. And this makes the usage of stablecoins in instances surrounding cross-border payments and remittances more cost-effective and more durable compared to other DLTs. And again, this is the main reason as to why the mentioned financial bodies have turned to Hedera in this direct initiative. And this could go a long way in making Hedera's network more accessible and a lot more attractive for more financial bodies. So again, the following clip features members of the Hedera team going into further detail, intricate details surrounding how this development worked and what this will mean for the overarching Hedera network.
Thank you, Eric. So in the solution that we developed here for the proof of concept, each participating bank issues its own stablecoin. Whether that stablecoin is a native Hedera token or an ERC20 written in Solidity, doesn't matter, either can be used. So when a bank joins the remittance contract that we can see in the middle of the screen here, a liquidity pool contract is created for that particular bank. And that pool allows the bank to deposit its own stablecoin and a remittance token, which is common to all the banks. That remittance token could be USDC, for example. It has to have value that's recognized across all of the participating banks. The bank can then set the buy or sell exchange rates in their own pool of liquidity. They can withdraw both the stablecoin and the remittance token when they so desire. And it can, of course, deposit more of either token into the pool. Only the bank that owns or operates this particular liquidity pool can deposit, withdraw, and set the exchange rate. This is not an open market with regards to the liquidity pool. So when Alice from one particular bank wants to remit to Bob in another bank, Alice will execute the remittance contract. She will deposit an amount of her stablecoin currency into the remittance contract. Or she could ask her bank to accept fiat from her traditional bank account. The bank would mint the appropriate amount of stablecoin and take care of the interaction with the remittance smart contract. The remittance contract will then transfer the stablecoin to the liquidity pool for Alice's stablecoin currency, and will receive a corresponding amount of the remit token. Like I said, could be USDC. And this will be determined, this amount will be determined by the exchange rates in that particular liquidity pool. The remit token is then deposited into the destination liquidity pool, which will return the corresponding amount of stablecoin, again, as determined by the exchange rates in that particular pool. And that will be that destination currency in stablecoin will be returned to the remittance contract, which is then able to deposit it into Bob's account. So with that, Jared, would you like to intro the demo?
So as detailed in the clip, Hedera was at the center of one of the largest stablecoin initiatives between some of the largest financial bodies around the world. And this puts Hedera ahead over the vast majority of other DLT networks on the marketplace, where it's quite unique to find any other DLT network that has this degree of accessibility and cooperation with some of the largest financial bodies in the world. On the top of my head, it's only really XRP that has this degree of expertise and partnerships with financial bodies. So in response to this exciting initiative and protocol, the Hedera team actually published an article which went into further depth in regards to what this partnership involved, where again, as I previously mentioned, the partnership and development involved 3 financial bodies, including the largest and most famous financial body within South Korea, Shinhan Bank, coupled with financial bodies in both Thailand and Taiwan. And again, Hedera was at the center of validating stablecoin verification and completion. So this isn't the first time that the Hedera network has been used for cross-financial bank and remittance pathways, where Hedera was actively utilized in a remittance and cross-border stablecoin initiative and protocol, which involved both Shinhan Bank and Standard Bank, where again, Hedera was a central protocol in validating and initiating stablecoin actions between these financial bodies and between both South Africa and South Korea in this example. As the clip mentioned, and as I previously mentioned, the main reason as to why these financial bodies have turned to Hedera is due to Hedera's ability to validate cross-border payments faster, cheaper, and it's a lot more accessible to more stakeholders across the world. So Hedera is actually highly unique, especially as it provides its use cases not only to the mentioned large financial bodies but also to individuals or even developers, where especially in cases surrounding DeFi developers, such developers could create smaller or relatively smaller cross-border remittance applications which could make the sending of funds to people around the world more accessible and a lot more affordable compared to mainstream cross-border and remittance marketplaces. So this could be another reason as to why more individuals migrate to Hedera and more DeFi developers transition to Hedera from other DLTs or completely build their offering from scratch on Hedera. So again, stablecoins are looking to become more highly integrated into the financial system, especially when stablecoins from faster networks are accommodated and authorized and incorporated into financial developments across the world, especially in this example in Hedera. So as well as Hedera's involvement in a number of exciting initiatives, especially among some of the largest financial bodies in the world, Hedera has been noted to be the greenest network on the marketplace. However, this has been under dispute, where a number of individuals within the DLT sphere, especially individual users of the Algorand network, have come forward and stated how they feel that Algorand could be a rival to Hedera, or Algorand could be argued to be more green and more carbon negative compared to Hedera. So in response to this claim, Juan Ibanez, who is at the center of blockchain developments and is also a member of highly acclaimed university UCL, which is also a Hedera Governing Council member, where in a paper published by Juan Jimenez entitled "The Energy Consumption of Proof-of-Stake Systems, Replication and Expansion," the article went into depth surrounding how energy consumption between proof-of-stake networks and proof-of-work networks compare. And he also gave insights in regards to how certain proof-of-stake networks compare in regards to energy consumption capabilities. So within the report, the article referenced to a number of DLT networks, including Hedera and Algorand. So the article went into depth surrounding the energy consumption capability per transaction by a number of blockchain networks, including Algorand, Avalanche, and Hedera. So the findings found that Hedera actually produces significantly less energy per transaction compared to all other DLTs. However, arguments were actually put into place where people argued that one shouldn't look at the energy consumed per transaction, but one should look at the energy consumed on a global aspect and by the network entirely. So if we take into the aspect surrounding how energy is consumed by the whole network, not just the amount of energy consumed per transaction, it can be seen that Algorand and Hedera are very similar in regards to the energy consumed and produced over a network-wide application. So another point and argument put forward against Ibanez's work is in regards to the verification and the presence of certain validators, where it's not quite clear in regards to whether a certain validator is a true validator or not. So it's not entirely transparent in regards to how energy is consumed per transaction. So there's some grey area in regards to how energy is consumed by both Hedera and Algorand, especially Algorand in this example. However, regardless of the points and the counterpoints put forward by the work provided by UCL's Juan Ibanez, it can be argued and stated that both Algorand and Hedera are two of the most, if not the most, energy-friendly networks on the marketplace, and both networks can be carbon negative to a degree. So this whole application was actually summarized in this diagram where it highlights to the energy consumption capabilities across a number of blockchain networks as well as legacy financial architecture including Visa, whereas according to this diagram, Hedera produces substantially less energy compared to the vast majority of other networks on the market. But regardless, both networks are highly attractive in terms of their green nature, and the green nature and applications surrounding both networks are prime reasons as to why more developers or even investors may choose to look into both projects. And this factor will be extremely bullish for both projects over the long run. What are your thoughts on Hedera? Are you bullish on Hedera's association with a number of the biggest financial bodies in the world? Let us know your views in the comments below. Thank you for watching Crypto Clan. Don't forget to like, subscribe and click on the notification bell. Let us know your views in the comments below. Thank you for watching and we'll see you in the next video.